Bye. Well, this is a heck of a thing. Look at that. All that garbage that blocks that vent. Wow. Definitely fills up full of garbage. Well folks, Mac T here, and we are talking about the headlights on the essentially the 2015 all the way up to the 2021s, but especially the ones with the LED systems in them. Again, not too serviceable. Yes, let's go and get into this and see what we're talking about, because I think you'll all be shocked. Well, first of all, this whole signature light right here is LED, and then the headlight lamp is LED. The turn signal is a bulb, and then the side marker is inaccessible as probably an LED. Now, the one good thing about it is, if you have a problem with your turn signal, all you have to do is take it and turn. No wires. It has contacts in it. See those contacts on both sides? You can pull this bulb out and replace it from the looks of it. Don't know the exact bulb number on it, but yeah, that's all you got to do with it. And then you just turn it till you get it back in there, and then just a quarter click and she's in there. That's it. That is the only bulb you got. And then the part number for it. And that comes as a whole housing. You have one fastener here, one fastener that is here holding this in, but there's probably more underneath. You have to remove the bumper cover to remove the headlight. So the whole bumper cover, like in my previous video, would have to come off. And it's pretty simple. There's just a bunch of fasteners on here that you have to release. And then I'm sure that underneath you do the same thing. Pop it out. I'm sure they use the same technique on that side. But that is where you're at on the headlight structure and what you're doing. But let's go ahead and talk about price. Yeah, buddy. Holy cow, to own a car these days is very expensive. But I had at one point a little bird concerning my last video on the LED taillight tell me that essentially they did a breakdown of all the materials for these things, and total cost of materials for the actual making of the parts is about $100. Now, if you take into effect the headlights are probably got a little bit more materials to them. Now, I don't know if this counts just purely for the materials and not the labor for the assembly or anything like that, but just keep in mind that the profit margin on these assemblies is probably pretty good, and based on the pricing, we can only assume that. Because hey, everything comes down to what the cost is, and then of course marketing, warranties, everything else that Ford and other automakers program into these costs, along with the designing and everything else, can add up to the cost of the lights. And as with all things, maybe go down in price, but I'm not going to count on it too much until we got some aftermarket availability, i.e. mostly China. Yeah, it's going to be costing you a pretty penny to replace that. The part number that is on there, of course, you have your headlight assembly. Keep in mind that my 2019 does not have the directionals. It's just straight on LED. It has auto dimming with the body control module and everything with the sensor, but it does not turn the headlight. So your price, if your headlight turns, will be far more expensive than the one I'm telling you about. And the one that's currently in my car, if I were to go to Ford to buy it, y'all need to sit down for this. Keep in mind, you cannot replace the bulbs in these if they go out, the LEDs. Yeah, pricey number here. But Ford quoted me $1,587.75. So if the LED headlight burns out on that, it's not serviceable. So therefore you have to do it. Now if the turn signal is serviceable, you just got to look that bulb up, and God knows how much that's going to cost. I didn't research the actual bulb price, but it looks like it's all one unit, so I don't know if you can pull it out or not, but it may be that case, and it won't be costing a lot. But if you have to go to Ford to buy that whole screw-in little turn click thing, yeah, you can probably figure it's going to be $50. I don't know, but you know, I'm just assuming that, but it could be less. So anyway, that does not include the labor, folks, because keep in mind, in order to change that assembly out, they have to remove the bumper cover. So you could probably say they're going to charge you 0.4 hours for the bumper, maybe even 0.45, you know, 0.75 hours. I don't know how long they have it in the manual for the labor to take the bumper cover off, remove the headlight, put the new one in, and then put the bumper cover back on. Plus their diagnostics fees, so we're probably looking at $300 labor estimate to do that. So that's bringing one headlight closer to $2,000 once you start thinking about it. So that can be a pricey deal. So I can only tell you folks that if you have a vehicle and have a Ford ESP, they do have a rider called light bulb replacement, and I would definitely pay for that if you're going to do the premium care based on this cost. Otherwise, all of you be ready. If your headlight burns out, it could be circuitry or it could be the LED that burns out. I haven't heard too much about this, but hey, it's going to cost you. And I did a total price of just one rear LED lamp for the rear assembly and one headlight, let's say, and the parts alone came out to $2,751.05. Mind you, this was not including the labor, so you'd probably be upwards towards $3,500. $3,500 just for a rear assembly and a front headlight. That's it. Okay, so you can do the math on either way that you want to do things and understand that it's not going to be cheap. So buyer beware, consumer be aware. It's not the old days of the 2007 through 14s with the regular bulbs. We got those cheap. We can do them cheap, but these new ones, 2015 plus, especially if they have the LEDs, you're going to be paying a lot. So hey, I'm getting the light bulb added onto mine. I ain't gonna deal with that, but that's pricey, folks. Again, if somebody has one in a junkyard, they can get really cheap, even if it's damaged a little bit, like broken, you know, plastic lens or something. I would really appreciate if you could get it to me, because I would like to dissect these and see if there's anything we can do to replace any of these parts. But that's being it, folks. Remember, like, subscribe, join MACTFORDEDGE on this YouTube channel. Join Facebook, meet MACTFORDEDGE on MeWe, as we got, and I also have a MACT channel on Rumble. So by all means, check them all out. The MACT channel is sort of open to anything and everything that's on Rumble. So you know, it's what I want to do. But either way, hey, my feet hit the floor today. I'm having a great day. I want you to have a great day too. And Band of One's got some great music, and Mercy Girl always has a couple of one-liners, and I might have caught her riding her bike. Don't tell her.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.